Orcas and trophic cascade, a wave of change. Keystone species are species which have an impact on their ecosystem which is disproportionate to their population abundance. They are critical components of the ecosystem and often maintain equilibrium of species inside an ecosystem. When a keystone species changes its lifestyle, it can have a cascading effect, resulting upsetting the natural equilibrium of an ecosystem.
Orcas, or killer whales, are apex predators and keystone species. Their diet primarily includes seals and large fish. However, in the mid 20th century, commercial fishing drastically reduced populations of their preferred prey. This forced orcas to adapt, shifting their focus to other food sources, most notably sea otters.
Sea otters are themselves keystone species. They play a critical role in maintaining the health of kelp forests by preying on sea urchins, which feed on kelp. A healthy sea otter population keeps sea urchin numbers in check, allowing kelp forests to thrive. But as orcas began to prey on sea otters, their numbers plummeted. Without otters to control them, sea urchin populations exploded. These grazers devour kelp unchecked, leading to the widespread collapse of kelp forests.
The loss of kelp forests had devastating consequences. These ecosystems, which once provided shelter and food for a wide range of species, were now lifeless wastelands dominated by sea urchins. Biodiversity plummeted as fish, invertebrates, and marine mammals lost their habitats. Kelp forests are not just biodiversity hotspots, they also play a crucial role in carbon sequestration, helping to combat climate change. Through photosynthesis, they release oxygen, creating a healthy marine environment. For some indigenous communities, kelp has cultural and practical significance used in traditional practices for generations. This chain of events, known as a trophic cascade, demonstrates how much a change in the behavior of one keystone species, like an orca, can ripple through an ecosystem. From apex predators to primary producers, every level is interconnected. The inadvertent trophic cascade, initiated by commercial fishing, highlights the importance of perspective. We need to consider more ways of thinking on how human activity impacts an ecosystem's health. Two wide seeing is a way of knowing that specializes in this value. Two wide seeing is the indigenous practice of incorporating both indigenous and European views into our lives. It is a guiding principle which encourages more than one way of understanding. Two-eyed seeing recognizes the validity of indigenous knowledge and the critical experience gained from acting as stewards to the land for generations. Two-eyed seeing can be implemented into our daily lives by learning about traditional indigenous values and ways of knowing. By incorporating two-eyed seeing into our daily lives, we will be able to approach challenges around sustainability more comprehensively and with greater effect.